This story, it's not just about a cricket team. It's really about a phenomenon. We're going to dive into the journey of a team that is literally shouldering the hopes of an entire nation as they get ready to face down giants, navigate controversies, and deal with just crushing expectations at the T20 World Cup. And look, that's not just some random hype. It's a feeling that's being echoed all across the cricketing world. We're not talking about just another associate nation that's happy to be there. No, this is a movement. It's a force of pure passion that's becoming absolutely impossible to ignore. Two. Just two. What does that mean? Well, that's Nepal's rank for ticket sale demand in India for this World Cup. The only team with more demand? The host nation itself, India. I mean, come on. That one single number tells you pretty much everything you need to know about the incredible scale of their support. So all this amazing fan excitement, it's way more than just background noise, right? It's really the core of their identity in this whole tournament. It sets the stage and establishes these massive emotional stakes for every single ball that's bowled. Okay, so here's where we see the team's real double-edged sword. This insane level of passionate support is without a doubt their greatest strength. It creates this fortress of noise and color that can intimidate anyone. But it's also the source of this immense, almost crushing pressure to deliver on the world's biggest stage. But we all know passion alone doesn't win you a World Cup, does it? The reality is Nepal's path to any kind of glory is just riddled with challenges and controversies that have fans and analysts really concerned. Get this, their warm-up matches, they're in Chennai on these slow, spin-friendly pitches that are absolutely perfect for their world-class spin attack. But the actual tournament, that's in Mumbai on fast, bouncy pitches that basically help the big, power-hitting teams. It's kind of like training for a marathon by only going for a swim. It just doesn't make sense. And the worries, they just keep piling up. They're warming up against other associate teams, not the top-tier squads they're actually going to face. Back home, fans are saying the broadcast is so full of ads, it's basically unwatchable. You throw in this lingering feeling of unfairness and a history of administrative mistakes, and what you've got is a serious trust problem. And who's stuck right in the middle of this perfect storm? The players themselves. I mean, these guys aren't just athletes. They're like gladiators in an arena of national expectation, where every move, every single shot, and every word they say is being scrutinized. So you hear this from the captain, Rohit Podel, and you feel that commitment, right? It's a promise to the entire nation, a vow of just total, all-out effort. It's exactly what you want to hear from your leader right before a huge tournament. But then, almost immediately, you see this cynical, sarcastic reply from one of their own supporters. This brutally honest comment just shows you the intense pressure cooker environment they're in. Their own fans are so worried about past performances that even a promise of 110% is met with, well, skepticism. And there's this really fascinating disconnect happening here. You have international commentators praising individual brilliance, Avri's fielding, Lamachani's star power. But the local analysts, they see critical flaws, players who might be focusing a little too much on their personal rankings, and some really glaring technical weaknesses in the batting. Even the captain is often just labeled young, as if that's his only real quality. And really, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Analysts are flagging some specific, really worrying signs. Asif Sheikh's lack of foot movement, this disastrous tendency to get out against left-arm spin, even in practice. Look, these are not minor issues. These are fundamental flaws that the world's best bowlers are just going to love to exploit. So with all these obstacles, what are their actual chances? Is there a realistic path forward for them, or is this all just a pipe dream? Let's try and break down what could happen. Okay, so the team absolutely has weapons in its arsenal. Their fan support can genuinely intimidate any team on the planet. Their spin attack is legitimately world-class, and their fielding is sharp. And crucially, they've beaten West Indies before. Plus, with Scotland in the group instead of Bangladesh, the path forward, it looks just a little more manageable. But it all comes back to this, doesn't it? This single, massive question. Their greatest strength, their spin bowling, is probably going to be neutralized by Mumbai's pace-friendly pitch, and that very same pitch is going to amplify their greatest weakness, batting against raw, blistering speed. It's a tactical nightmare they somehow have to solve. So the strategy is clear, even if it's incredibly difficult. Step 1, they have to beat the other associate nations, Italy and Scotland. Step 2,
They need to pull off a historic upset against West Indies, a team that's known to struggle against good spin. And finally, step 3, they just have to somehow survive the batting firepower of England. Simple, right?
Ultimately, for this team and its millions of passionate fans, this World Cup isn't just another tournament. No way. It's a test of spirit, it's a trial by fire, and it's a defining chance to prove they don't just belong on this stage, but that they can conquer it. The whole world is watching.